What is going on, guys? My name is Jordan D. Marcia, and this is Travel Tips Tuesday. Intro. Just kidding, I don't have an intro. So basically today we're going to talk about 5 airport and airplane travel hacks that you can use on your next adventure. Okay, now the intro. Just kidding, I don't have an actual intro. Let's just get at it. Enough of that nonsense. So tip number uno. Always check in online. And here are 3 reasons why you should actually do that. Let's make you can see all 3. Good. So the first reason is older planes that you get on don't have plugs. So make sure that you can actually choose your seats, which is a sort of a tip within a tip within a tip, if you ask me. And make sure you choose those close to the front. And we'll talk about that in tip number, it's tip number 1 of 3, which is number 2. Wow, this is way more confusing than I thought it would be. Anyways, mini tip 2. Mini tip 2, done. If you have a tight connection and you are first off, that can save you first off the plane, that can save you between 5 and 10 minutes, which can also prevent you from missing your flight. That's why it's important to check in online and try to get a seat at the front of the plane. Mini tip number 3. Flights get overbooked. Just because you actually paid for that flight doesn't mean you're guaranteed a seat. I know it's sort of ridiculous, but that's 100% true. So, guys, make sure you just check in online, all right? That's the main tip of this whole extra 3 mini tips that we're giving you. Tip number 2. If you sit at the front of your plane, this is all going to be coinciding, by the way. If you sit at the front of your plane, you're actually going to get your food first. What? That can be the difference between 15 to 30 minutes of waiting for your food if you're somewhere down the aisles, which means your food is actually going to be warm and not cold. And if you have dietary restrictions, checking in online early allows you to mention that and get what you need, as opposed to getting something that you don't want, which is really good. Nobody wants something that they don't want to eat. Also, pack snacks like cookies and all that fun stuff that dentists really don't want you to be eating, but don't tell your dentists. These can tide you over until it's time to eat again. Tip number 3. This is the real tip number 3. This isn't mini tip number 3. Don't buy a black bag. Guys, okay? Don't do that. Seriously, just don't. I know that if and when you lose that bag, and if and when you will, they'll ask you to identify the bag. And if the words that come out of your mouth sound like this, it's a black bag, there is 100% chance you're never ever getting that bag back, and it's gone forever. So don't buy a black bag. No matter what bag you do buy, though, snap a photo of it with your phone and keep it on you at all times, because if something does happen, you can at least go to the airport security and say, this is what my bag looks like if it pops up. And then it's a lot more helpful to do that. Tip number 4, bring an empty water bottle in your carry-on bag. No, they're not going to take it away from you, and it's awesome because you can take it into the bathrooms or you can take it to the water fountains after you get past airport security, and you can fill up your water for free. What? I know, I think I just changed the game. This prevents you from having to spend ridiculous amounts of money on bottled water. I know. That should have been tip number 1. Tip number 5, the last tip. Okay, so you're really going to like this one. Get lounge access. It helps if you have frequent flyer miles, but you don't need them. You will have the best seats, and you won't have to be sitting on the floor anymore. I've done both. I've sat on the floor, and I've sat in lounge access, and lounge access is the best. If you don't have frequent flyer miles, it'll cost you anywhere between $20 to $50, which isn't so bad, so that you can actually be upgraded. But don't actually take this option unless you have a layover that's more than an hour and a half. If it's less than an hour and a half, you're honestly wasting your time. Just go sit on the floor. It's not worth it. If it's more than an hour and a half, it's 100% worth it. All right, guys, that was today's quick video on 5 airplane and airport travel hacks that you can use on your next adventure. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was some information that you can use. Make sure to like this channel and check out some of my other videos. Stay tuned for Thursday's transplant talk. And until next time, pip pip cheerio.